Yes, you're still watching TVC Breakfast. Now, former Kano State Governor and leader of the New Nigeria's People Party, Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, has outlined strict conditions for rejoining the All Progressive Congress. Now, he says any move must be guided by a clear and public agreement that safeguards the interests of his party. Now, the former minister insists on tangible benefits for NNPP governors and legislatures and supporters as well, warning against what he calls use and dump arrangement. Now, he noted that while his party is strong and comfortable where it is, the door for talks still remains open if APC can meet his demands. Now, joining us in the studio for this conversation is political commentator Ayodele Adewale. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show because your insights are so fantastic. So when I heard you were coming, I was very excited for this topic.
Thank you.
Good morning once again. But now we're hearing what Kwankwaso is saying. You know, he made a statement that he's open for talks, but then again, his party is very strong. I want to say that if your house is good, you will not be looking outside. From that statement. And then we're hearing all the terms and conditions. He's saying that, okay, these are the reasons why, you know, these are the reasons that will make me leave. Let's remember in 2015, he said that, you know, because of the role he played for the APC, and then he was dumped. So right about now, he's very smart. If he's going to the APC, you know, they need to meet his demands. But my fear, my worry is, you know, we all know the political influence he has in the North. Is it a good alignment to have Kwankwaso in the APC?
Well, thank you for having me once again. I would say that those statements are very big statements.
Yeah.
They are bogus statements, but we will not be dissuaded by those statements. And I know very well that the APC is more than capable of winning the next election.
Okay.
But there's nothing wrong to increase the numbers, right? It's all about interest, it's all about negotiations, and it's all about the Nigerian people. And if there's any talk to happen, it will be based on programs of the APC, the principles of the APC and the ideals, right? And if they're able to fuse into those concepts that will, you know, benefit the Nigerian masses at the end, so be it. It can only increase the number, but it will not deter APC from winning the next elections.
So whether he comes or not,
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people say APC is sitting comfortably, you know, looking at the defections that happened recently. In fact, there was a time it looked as if it was a tsunami. Everybody was going into the APC, and finding Kwankwaso saying things like this now, is it trying to give us the impression that with or without APC, he knows he can win elections where he can win? Because one of the things he said is that they have senators, they have House of Reps members, they have governors, they have all those, you know. And he also mentioned the fact that he was used and dumped. If you were Kwankwaso, will you take the same stance?
No, I am not Mr. Kwankwaso.
I said if you were.
It can't happen. I am Ayodele Adewale.
That is very clear. I know that.
Both physically and mentally. And we belong to different bends, right?
Okay.
We belong to different bends and we see issues differently. So you must respect him for his own interest, concept of politics. But like I said, it does not remove the fact that APC is on ground, right? Firmly on ground. In terms of numbers, APC is on ground, either in the National Assembly or when you talk about the state structures, state government and governors and all whatnot. In terms of following, even in Kano State, right, APC is firmly on ground. But as a politician, right, you still open your doors for more people to come as long as they can fuse into your programs and as long as interests can be embedded together for the common good of the people, regardless of your self-interest. What binds us more is the common good of the people to make Nigeria very, very viable for investment and for investors to come in, for every Nigerian to tower above their dreams and all whatnot, right? That is what concerns us for now. But whatever talks that people are putting on the table, the APC will only go in agreement in accordance to their terms, right? To their terms, and their terms is in their program, the renewed old program, and that is what the APC is marketing all over the place. And that is what is attracting people, right, to come into the APC. So APC will not go by your own self-wants, but what the people desire.
Yeah.
All right, that's actually very interesting. Now, of course, as you've highlighted, the interest of people is key, and that's actually what should be focused on. Now, let me ask this question. My question to you borders about, okay, fine, peradventure, they actually put out the conditions, Kwankwaso puts his out, APC puts theirs out, and then they come to a middle ground and they meet. If eventually he's absorbed into the party, honestly, honest opinion now, what do you really think it would be like on the inside? Would you really think he'll be able to give his 1,000% as he did in the past into the interest of APC, or do you think he'll probably go, seeking his own personal gains on that particular, in that particular party?
When it happens, it's going to be on the basis of programs, right? And the APC already has its programs before the people. That's the social contract, the political contract between the APC and the Nigerian people.
Yes.
And that is why the Nigerian people have accepted that. So if it's coming in, it's going to be on the basis of programs that will help the nation.
But I want to say something here. I like to go very direct with my questions. Kwankwaso is, I don't want to say proud, but he's very full of himself because he made a couple of statements where he said, I will not be used to win the election. So he thinks that, if he is there, the party will win. And then we speak about personal interest. Between me and you, we know when it comes to politicians, it's not about the interest of the people, it's about their own interests. Let's be honest here on this table. Sir, it's the way you are looking at me.
According to your knowledge.
But then again, he's making all these statements as well. I want to know, do you think APC needs him? That's the question. That's where we need to even start this, conversation from. Because, like I said earlier on, if your house is good, I don't know why you're looking outside. I do not even know why he's thinking about that. But I want to speak on the fact that, does APC really need him, or is secured for APC in 2027, or do they need Kwankwaso for that win? Because he's gone in a lot. He's actually saying a lot.
APC needs every Nigerian that is willing to help build the nation. APC needs everyone. As long as you're willing to build this country, right, and move this country forward, then APC will welcome you.
But we're talking about Kwankwaso here, so I need you to loosen up because I need you to loosen up on this set. We're talking about Kwankwaso here, and it's a direct question. Does APC need him? Because he said that he will not be used to win the election. And he must have some backing for him to say that. So why is he saying that? Does the APC need him? Does he know something we do not know?
He was part of the APC ab initio, right? Yeah. And they've all worked together, right? One or two things might have happened, and people will go on their own voyage. But if they're able to realize that it's better to come back to their origin, right, where they're mostly accepted, then there's nothing wrong in that, right? And as politicians, it's about numbers, it's about programs, and it's about ideology. Right? If everything fused together, then we move on. Right? I'm being very objective with you. I don't want to underscore anyone. Right? Every number is a plus in politics. Right? And as such, even at that, what matters more is the Nigerian people. Right? We want to see a situation where our economy is the biggest in the world. We have the numbers. Right, in terms of population. Our population should determine our strength, right? In terms of human capacity, we have a lot to do so that we can start exporting people all around, like the Chinese are doing, in order to also attract a lot of things for our country, right? We need to develop exponentially in all regards. So that is the main business for them.
That is the main business. But let me just follow up with you here. What does it do to the NNPP if he actually leaves? Is it really going to weaken that party? Would they still be able to stand tall? Because at the end of the day, we say we want opposition. It's a democracy. People need to vie for presidency. So if he leaves that party, is it going to shake? Do you think they'll be able to get their acts together?
I'm not concerned about their party. I'm concerned about the APC, and I'm concerned about Nigerian development, right? As long as we keep doing like we're doing what the Nigerian people want, giving them hope, and reawakening the consciousness of the people towards self-development that will encompass global development for our nation. I think that is what is key, right? If other parties want to build their party, it's democratic. It's a very free environment. You can't limit them from doing that, right? the joy is in competition.
Yeah.
Right? We go to the political arena to market our programs, right, for people to get the attraction and support of people to renegotiate power in 2027. That does not preclude other political parties. If you go to bigger democracies like India, right, you see smaller parties aligning with majority party in order to form a government. You don't rule it out. Even in UK, right, about 3 administrations ago, there was a deadlock. They had to go into a rerun, right? Alliances and realliance and all of that in order to form government. So it's allowed everywhere.
Okay.
I guess what Kwankwaso is saying is that this alignment he's talking about is for the purpose of this coming election. I don't think he is talking about collapsing the structures of NNPPs so APC can absorb him completely, because he also said that what he's saying is open to the PDP too, you know, and so on. But let us look at his cult followership, especially in Kano. A lot of people will say, nah, come on, it's not a cult followership. But when we look at the election figures over and over again since NNPP came up, you realize that NNPP has a stronghold in that place. Don't you think APC needs that block votes from him?
If you look at the differentials of votes in the last election in Kano, I think that will pluralize the assertion that you just put forward, right? Quite frankly, Kano has a lot of numbers in terms of voter registration. But that does not say that the NNPP has majority of them, right, as we journey on to 2027, right? When you look at the amount of programs that have been invested, project invested in Kano State, looking at the organic presence of the APC there, and in majority, many of the states, if not all of the states in the country, I wouldn't want to align with that statement using the word cult followership, right? They are following, you know, is evident, but you will see that in the 2027 election, those following would shift towards APC. And I believe that that is why he's putting up the olive branch that he wants to come to the APC. Take it or leave it. He and the president of Nigeria are friends. They've been friends for a very long time, right? And they understand the condition, right? The political condition in Kano and in Nigeria. And it will be best for him to come in so that, you know, more things can align.
But you know, he also said he's not desperate for the deal as well. But now I want to come to you on some of the conditions that he gave, you know, as a public affairs person. Do you think that those conditions are good, or do you think that they are for selfish reasons? We saw all the conditions he gave. He even said some of his, so why are you smiling? He even said some of his NNPP members should also, you know, be given immunity and all of that. Do you think they are fair enough when you've, because I'm sure you've read them, or you want me to read them for you? Okay, I'm sure you've read them. You know, what do you think about those conditions that he gave?
For me, I will call it, I'll see it as political marketing, right? Even if you have a product, you want to, you know, polish it very well that your product is best. But in reality, you know the truth yourself, right? And I want us to leave it at that, right? The biggest brand in the country right now is the APC. The biggest brand in Kano State, take it or leave it, it is the APC, right? Let us continue to move on. And definitely will arrive at the best conclusion that the people desire.
But when you say he knows the truth, what are some of the truths you want to tell us? What are some of the truths that he knows?
If I tell you that the shade of your blazer seems to look green.
It's not green, it's blue.
It's blue.
Yes, please.
But I can convince you that...
No, you can't convince me.
You can't?
No.
So you have answered the question.
Very interesting.
I like that.
I have a question, sir, and this is still bothering around the fact that, okay, fine, if this merger actually happens, if this reabsorption actually happens, now, people are actually wondering and asking the questions, now, what role would Kwankwaso play if he actually gets into the APC, considering the fact that he's literally the presidential candidate for the NNPP, or he was in the last election. So now, going forward, 2027, now, people are thinking, what position specifically will he actually be put in now? Considering the fact that he has demands and he's not even fighting for himself alone. He's talking about, okay, people coming with him as well. He wants them to literally be, considered and all of that. So now what position? People are thinking, okay, what Northern Mobilizer, campaign coordinator, VP? I mean, these questions are up in the air. What would you have to say about that, sir?
I would say that we should be patient, right?
Okay.
Let's
But
do
we can
that.
speculate.
Well, you can't speculate,
Yeah.
but for me, I would rather want us to be patient, allow the negotiation to take place, and let's see what comes out of that negotiation.
But do you think he's going to vie for VP if he goes to that party?
Allow the negotiation to take place, and let's see what comes out of that negotiation.
Okay.
You're making me really enjoy this interview, with Ria. But let us look at alignments generally. Let's leave Kwankwaso and APC a little bit. Let's have a little bit of education of why it is necessary for political alignments to happen, especially when we are moving towards a major election like the 2027 election.
You know, it is very, very important for us not to duplicate efforts. And that is why political alignment is important. If we align in programs and we are standing at opposite ends, we are likely to be duplicating effort and energy in trying to bring provision to the people. But if we can come together, right, and key to the same programs, then we cut out wastages, we cut out energy dissipation that will lead to no end, and we move to a common goal. So if we want to move this table, for instance, and my brain is telling me it's better to move it this way, and you want to move it that way, but the major thing is for the studio to enjoy and the viewers to also see it from the right perspective that we want to see it from, right? So we all agree that let's move the table together towards this end, rather than, moving at a motion that will take you nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have this question.
Yeah.
Let's still talk about the table moving. What are people that literally have been sitting at this table for the longest time? Now talking about people that have been sitting at the table for the longest time. Now talking about members, party members that feel, okay, you know what? Kwankwaso was a part of this party once upon a time. Now he's left. Now he's coming back again. What about the loyalists, the APC loyalists that have been there through thick and thin? What message do you think a merger like this will pass to them?
Well, that is part of the negotiation, right? And in negotiating, some things must shift, right? And like I told you, apart from delivering your promises, electoral promises to the people, in order for you to get there to deliver it, you also need the numbers. So those numbers are important for you to make it, much more bigger to arrive at the end point.
Yeah.
But that will be part of the negotiation that will take place.
All right, but in politics, we see a lot of politicians move from one place to another. Some of them move for good deeds, some of them go and they destroy the place. We've seen, I'm not going to mention names, but we've seen politicians that have gone to one party and it was a mess. Now, people are also saying that the APC should not just open their doors like that. In as much as you are a good party, people are seeing how good you're doing. At the end of the day, people always want to go to the honey. The honey is nice, everybody is going there. Do you think as well that they need to vet the people that want to enter and not just open their doors that way? And also, I'm asking you this direct question again because you didn't answer it first. Do you think the APC needs Kwankwaso for 2027?
I like your energy.
Thank you.
But we can also liken it to worship centers. Are we going to close our gates for sinners to come in to the church if they intend to repent? Or are you going to close the mosque for sinners to come in to worship and repent if the need arises?
Yeah.
So the gate will be open, but as you're coming in, you'll be given the charter, right? The blueprint, the constitution of the party. So you will read it, you align yourself with it. If you agree with it, you come into it and you put your sovereignty on the table for the processes and the documents and the agreement and the charter to take sway. Then we all key into it.
Okay.
Just like in your station, there's administrative procedure, right? As you were coming in here to be employed, you have a different mindset.
Yeah.
But immediately you come in here, the administrative procedure takes preeminence, right? Then every other thing will keep key into it.
Okay. All right.
A number of people say Kwankwaso giving conditions to the APC shows a lot of pomposity, political pomposity and pride. Do you agree?
Oh, well, that is from their standpoint.
What's your standpoint? What is your standpoint?
That's what we're trying to get.
That's what we want. What is your standpoint?
From my standpoint as a realist,
Yes.
right? I am the bride. right? You are saying you want to come to me, right? I want to behave like a beautiful woman right now with a lot of suitors coming forward. I know what I want, right? I won't discard you, you know. I'll allow you to say whatever you want to say. But of course, I know the values in me, and I know I cannot throw away those values. And the value of the APC is that we have a social contract with the people. So whatever thing you're bringing must align with our ideology and must align with the social contract. Hence, we lose the people if we don't maintain our social contract.
Yeah, but so far, do you think it's aligning for Kwankwaso to join the APC?
Come again?
So far, do you think his ideologies will align?
He was in the APC before.
He left.
He
wants
knows
to come
the
back.
ideology, right? It's part of it. So if he's coming back, it's a home that he already knows, right? He's only coming to put one or two things on the table, and let's wait for the negotiation.
Is it wise for APC to have a
time has gone?
Let him answer the question I asked him.
Yes.
You know, that people believe is political how do they say it? Braggadocious statements and so on, that he doesn't have the clout to give such kind of conditions that he's giving. What's your reaction?
In politics, every vote matters, right? The major thing is, are you ready to journey on with us?
Yeah.
You can put whatever context into your reasoning, right? But the major thing is, are you ready to journey on with us? So when we come to the negotiation table, right, everybody puts your interests on the table, and we talk about realities. In politics, every number matters. As it is now, APC has the largest following in Nigeria to secure its victory in 2027. We are not losing sleep on that. But as a political entity, every vote counts.
You know, and you've just said, you know, APC is strong. We all see it, you know, with or without, they will go further and they will win the election. But let's not forget that we still have some time to 2027. We still have other opposition.
There's no time.
Okay, we still have other opposition.
It's less than 15 months.
Well, we still have other opposition parties. We still have the NNPP. We still have the ADC, right? We still have the PDP as well. And these people are not just sitting down as well. They are also warming their feet. Yes. Opposition is not going to sit down at the end of the day because they are all vying for one thing. So I also don't want you to know that. And APC should not feel very comfortable that, okay, we are it. We have opposition too as well that are also going to struggle for it. What's your take on that?
In a sprint, you don't feel too comfortable until you finish the race.
True.
It's a race, right? So you keep your focus on the medallion. And as more people come to celebrate you or walk with you, right, you make them understand your focus. Right? If the focus are genuine, if it keys along, then we move together.
Okay. Fred.
All right. I feel like, I mean, I've heard what you said. I mean, APC they can't relax now. Despite the fact that you are very confident in the fact that, okay, they have this covered and everything. But have you seen a using boat run? even if the gap is there, he maintains the gap. Because he has to keep breaking records.
Very
true. But then again, the states that Kwankwaso is probably certain about, can be said to be certain about, is Kano State, right? And we saw his numbers in the last election. It was over 1 million.
And what was the APC's number?
In the same state, it was about 500,000 thereabouts.
Check it very well.
Okay. So but my point is now, that is his bragging rights in quotes. But then again, you're saying that fine, he was in APC. Now, time has passed. Would you say that fine, the APC, I mean, I feel it has evolved to some level. So probably it's not exactly the same APC that he probably was there building all together. Now, things are different. Now, looking at what he's presenting and saying, fine, these are my terms. I need you to meet this. The APC is also saying, okay, fine, maybe we'll talk about this. Okay, present what you have and all of that. So my question still is, how successful would you think this merger is going to be? And if it is successful, would you think it would be a smart move to do that?
The merger definitely, if Mr. Kwankwaso is keen on really coming to the APC, will be a very successful relationship, right? take it or leave it, he also has his own strong points, right? And if he brings that into the party, it makes it much beautiful, right? For the environment and for the people of Kano State. And we can all help to develop that space the more.
I think you just answered the question I've been asking a lot on the table. I said, is it wise, you know, for APC to accept him? But from what you're saying, it's wise for them to accept him into the party.
It's wise to accept everybody.
Everybody.
That's
But Kwankwaso is saying that he's ready to join the party.
So be it. They will go to negotiate.
And he's also saying that he's ready to listen to any other party that will give him public agreements, you know, and take care of his Kwankwansia movement. Okay, let us cap it all up right now. 15 months from now, it's going to be it's going to be another huge party, because I like to see the campaigns just before the elections as a huge party, because a whole lot of things happen. APC is sitting comfortable right now. We got the numbers everywhere, you know, the Senate, the House of Representatives, the number of governors, the number of councillors, and so on. APC is very okay. What if something goes wrong?
Like what?
I knew you were going to say, but anything can happen, and that's why I'm telling you that
happen.
you cannot just say that, oh, I'm on the comfortable league. Anything can happen. You can never tell.
Nigeria
You can wake
at the
up
same
tomorrow
time.
and something happens.
There is something on your mind that led you to say that.
There's nothing on my mind. There is absolutely nothing.
I'm just asking all the
I
questions.
always like to get educated
Yes.
by people's submissions.
Yeah.
Right? I want to put it back to you so that we can learn from you. Like what is likely to happen?
But I'm telling you that if you think that you're on a comfortable league, you cannot think like that. Even in everything you do in life, even my job, I'm not thinking I'm on a... Anything can happen overnight.
You have not said anything.
You are going to be a very, very strong and hard interviewer if you were sitting on my side of the seat. But all in all, we are hoping for a beautiful election to come, you know, and if Kwankwaso finally joins the APC or the PDP or the ADC, you know, at the end of the day, we want to see a very good election.
Of course.
But we also spoke about voter apathy, especially in the south of Nigeria. Could you speak to that, please?
Well, there should be more
Yeah.
voter education.
True.
And the various political parties are, of course, doing that to educate people. I think the civil society should come in to do more.
Yeah.
The media are already doing.
We are doing a whole lot.
They're doing a lot. But the people also must understand that you can only have the kind of government that
we deserve.
you put your hands
Exactly.
to.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ayodele. Thank you so much. I still want to have a one-on-one conversation with you, you know, after the show, and another one having you on set just one-on-one. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for your insights. Well, still ahead on TVC Breakfast, we will discuss how party realignments are shaking the political landscape in Nigeria. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.